We are living a special time where everybody's home, we're all cooped up, and maybe the roles are reversed where daddies are teaching the children, but it's the same for us. We need to clean for Pesach. So this video is going to be here to give you tips, tricks, how to clean easily in a timely fashion, and to give you tools. And don't forget that we already have videos on our favorite tools. You can look on the link above and the description box below. And we're going to do that with love. We're going to prepare for Pesach, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. It helps us so much when you subscribe for you to be aware of the content that we're going to put forth. So the first step is going to go in a certain order. Why are we going to go in a certain order? Because it gives us a sense of accomplishment. When the rooms are done, usually it's the last time that we're going to spend into, and we're going to be able to have a bit of a spring in our walk and to be able to continue. Then the closet, the storage, the garage, the car, the stroller, the toys, the living room, dining room, and finally the kitchen. And because it's a special time, most probably you will spend your last Shabbat home, and therefore we won't have a lot of days to clean the kitchen and do Pesach. So the first step will be in rooms, and in rooms usually the major issue will be in the closet, especially children's closet. They have a ton of little space to put some crackers and cookies in the box, in the bags, and don't forget in the closet to clean up all their school bags. So you're going to empty everything, of course, and once that it's going to be empty, then clean all the surfaces. And while it's going to be drying, you're going to have time to look at what you took out. The pro tip will be for you to go through the clothes and go inside each pocket, because they have gums, cookies, everything that you can imagine. And if you have a bit of time, you can also go through and see what fits and doesn't fit. Of course, that's not part of the Pesach cleaning, but hey, if you have time, why not? Put everything back and the closet is done. The next step will be the toys. It's in a category by itself because it really takes time. From the get-go, again, whether it's in toy boxes, game board, whatever it is, the pro tip will be to take out the container, flip it, put it on the ground, and empty it completely. And then once you have done that, clean the container and put everything back. Of course, clean the content, obviously. And you're going to repeat that for every single surface. It's really important. This way you know that you didn't miss anything. And as you're going to see again and again, we do find pieces of bread or cookies inside so many of the boxes. They are hidden, but they are really there. Pay attention if you have any kind of of kitchenware, toy kitchenware, to really clean them properly. Another pro tip is for the Legos. I hate Legos. Well, actually, I have a love-hate relationship with Legos, but the small pieces, I end up walking on them all the time. So the pro tip is actually to spill it out and then look at them little by little, just to make sure that you don't have food inside or in between the pieces of Legos. And once that you have verified everything, that is going to be a super duper pro tip, is to just put them in a bathtub with some soap, have the children have fun, and let them go wild to clean them. And that is really a good thing. Don't forget to put a stopper, of course, a filter at your drain level for the little pieces not to go through. As you can see, we do find a lot of funny things. This is a piece of cookie that was found in the back. If you have any kind of bags or purses or anything like that for the girls, here we go. We have lipsticks and we have cookies. We found all kind of things in these bags, and of course they have to be put away because they are considered as being part of the things that we have to remove for Passover. So clean again all the surfaces, especially if you have sticky things, candies, all those kind of good stuff. And yay, again, see, how could I've known that there was some candies there. The next step will be the living room, and who says living room says a lot of books and more books. And for us, the issue is that we have little ones, and therefore they can hide stuff behind the books. So I'm going to take the books out one by one. It's also a good time, if you have a few minutes, to sort out which book you would like to keep. Once that it's done, you can of course clean up. If you know that you have books that have been on the table with crumbs, you just take them, shake them, clean them, and then you continue with your regular cleaning. Once that you clean the surface, you put back all the books. I pay special attention to the lower shelves of our bookcases because this is where our little children have access, and sometimes they like to, hide stuff. Every year I do find stuff. So this year was not different. When I was taking out the lower books, hey, what did I find? I find actually yeah, a little dance here because I'm so happy. It was really cookies actually, so therefore it was a good find. The sofa or the seating area in the living room, yep, I'm keeping it real. This is really what we find. We find, of course, all kind of toys and things like that, but I also found some food inside the sofa. After removing everything, then I'm gonna vacuum everything. Don't forget to vacuum every nook and cranny inside your sofa, the armrest, the side, the pillows, of course, the cushion themselves. Really be thorough for that. After I have vacuumed them, usually I clean them a little bit with some mild soap, and voila, it's all done. And of course, don't forget to remove your sofa. This is where you have a lot of fun. Yep, I found crackers and candies underneath the sofa, even though I do wash underneath very often. So there you go. We do find good stuff underneath our sofa, and yay, again, we found more stuff. So it's really rewarding to find things because you feel that you haven't worked that much for nothing. The next step will be the kitchen. The kitchen is a big job, and there's a lot of videos on special areas that you should focus on, but we're going to focus on the freezer and the fridge. Of course, the first step will be to empty everything. I vacuum to remove all the crumbs and do nooks and crannies. I will use a special product, usually with Javel, to make sure that all the crumbs are away, and I do wash with a piece of paper towel. I find that it's easier, and I do use my Mr. Clean magic eraser for stubborn or scuff mark on the fridge. And also that rubbery part, hey, look at this, it really works. One of the pro tip is, at the same time, once that I've cleaned my freezer, I will do a little triage inside what I have in my freezer. So I have things that are kosher for Passover, some are not. So I put them aside and I separate them. This way I know which one I can keep for Passover and which one I'm going to try to consume before Passover. All the things that are kosher for Passover, I put them in a bag, in a separate bag, and I am going to put them back in the freezer that I just cleaned. This way I know that I have all that stuff and I won't rebuy it. The same thing I'm going to do for the meat. This particular meat is kosher for Passover all year long. Again, I'm going to put everything in a bag, put it aside, put it in the freezer that I have already cleaned. Therefore, first of all, I know what I have. I don't overbuy for Passover, and it's ready. There you go. And you store them inside the bag, inside the freezer, and you have done another great thing for Passover. We're going to finish with any storage area, and we're going to focus on the stroller because this is something that necessitates a lot of attention. Not only are you going to vacuum and clean the areas, but don't forget the footrest, the little pockets, the straps. These are areas where if your children are eating in the stroller, they are full of crumbs and full of residues. And don't forget, if you can remove the seats, to remove them. And don't forget the basket. Usually there's a basket underneath the stroller. Look at it, because as usual you are going to find a lot of stuff, and in my stroller it's no different. So if we zoom in, you're going to see that these are actually crushed cookies at the bottom of the basket. So of course, vacuum them, clean them, make sure that everything is done. So that's it for this video. I hope that it was helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. We do upload new content every week on Tuesday. Until next time, I'm going to wish you a Chag Sameach, a beautiful Passover, and until next time, don't forget to frum it up.